2006 Christmas special, The Runaway Bride. My Christmas special marathon continues, and of course up next, Donna Noble's first episode. This one, whenever I do a ranking of the Doctor Who Christmas specials, this one usually ends up kind of towards the bottom. I mean, I don't necessarily think it's a bad episode, it's just the other Christmas episodes are usually so good that kind of Runaway Bride ends up kind of towards the bottom of the list. Not the very bottom, but kind of towards the bottom. But kind of watching it back through, I do see kind of its problems, but then I also still kind of enjoy it. I mean, as I said, yeah. The Doctor has just kind of lost his friend Rose Tyler, who's kind of sitting in his TARDIS, when suddenly he looks up and sees a woman in a wedding dress who has just appeared inside the TARDIS. It's a rush to get her kind of back to her wedding in Chiswick, but then they also have to try and figure out how she ended up there, and eventually end up kind of discovering a giant conspiracy concerning her husband, or kind of her future husband, and a giant spider-like creature called Arachnos. Now, as I said, this one kind of usually comes towards the bottom of my list. Not the very bottom, but yeah, towards the kind of lower half. And I think that kind of at first I was thinking maybe I just didn't like Donna as a companion at this point. I mean, I knew we would eventually get Donna back again, and she would kind of grow to be this companion that everybody adores, and most people, I think, recognise her as, kind of mark her as their favourite Doctor Who companion. But yeah, kind of at this point she was still kind of a little rough around the edges. So yeah. So maybe I didn't clock on with her immediately, but then kind of over time as the episode goes on, you do start to kind of recognise the true tragedy of the character. I mean, her fiancé turns out to be a jerk and was working to kind of poison her / sell her to the Arachnos. You also kind of get kind of a wink back to the previous Doctor Who Christmas special, the Christmas Invasion, with the return of the pilot fish, i.e. the robot Santas, which feels a nice touch. Maybe it's a little indulgent, but I think it works. You also get a nice little wink to the storyline that would come up in season 3 at the very end, with Harold's orders of Mr. Saxon giving the orders to destroy the Arachnos Webstar. But yeah, I mean, this is also kind of an important episode in the wake up of Series 4, in that kind of when Turn Left came around, this episode kind of proved to be a kind of vital slot point for kind of showing that how important Donna really was, which I can appreciate, but kind of rewatching this episode, it's decent. I wouldn't necessarily place it kind of top of my Christmas episode list, but I wouldn't place it absolute bottom either. It would be kind of in the halfway bottom half. Yeah, I still think it's a good one. I mean, as I said, it's not the greatest Christmas special ever. In fact, Christmas is very much played down in this, with Donna actually stating that even though she's getting married on Christmas Eve, she hates Christmas. Yeah, so yeah, the Christmas elements are kind of played down. They're there, and we notice them, and they're fun, but if you cut Christmas out of the episode entirely, I don't think you'd be missing much. But on the whole, The Runaway Bride, still pretty good. It's pretty good. Not the best, not the worst. Pretty good. Anyway, the next one up, Voyage of the Damned. I'll let you know when I get round to that. Until then, see ya.